What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. As we are days away from Hell in a Cell, which I could say a lot of good about this show, but nowadays SmackDown pretty much keeps destroying them every single week when you look at it. And as we get to Hell in a Cell, we kicked it off with Chris Jericho as he looked distraught, and there was something wrong with him, and he couldn't be in the triple threat match tonight. Something uncomfortable, something terrible happens to ruin people's lives and stuff. And looked straight into the camera and he said, "Someone has stolen the list of Jericho," which everyone waiting the chance and where's the list? Where's the list? He wouldn't wrestle, do anything backstage until somebody returns that list. Until Kevin Owens came out saying he doesn't care about the list. And he said we gotta check out Seth Rollins tonight and stuff because we need to take care of business tonight. And Jericho said, this is deepest, darkest, emotional secrets on that list. It's his private property. He would not do that triple threat match until it happens. Stephanie McMahon pretty much told him, come out and said, you listen to your best friend and stuff and pretty much get a grip. And that you're being ridiculous and that, you have to do this main event tonight. But Jericho said, pretty much, I'm not doing anything because there will be no triple threat match tonight until Seth Rollins came out with the list as pretty much Stephanie pretty much demanded that Rollins bring the list back down right now. But he looked on the list and Kevin Owens is right there on the list. And Jericho says, you're taking this too far. And that, Owens is an honorable man, his best friend right now. And he pretty much called him a stupid idiot. And it pretty much went on into, pretty much went on to he's going to win Hell in a Cell because Seth Rollins said he's going to take him out. He said he's still coming after McMahon. He's going to tear down the McMahon's establishment now because he's an anti-hero now. So what they've done. And to be honest, let's be honest about this whole thing. The list is so over. You forget the title is even on the line this Sunday. Because I feel like there's more things that are more important than the title in this feud. Because pretty much every now it's going on a panic of where's the list? Good God, where's the list? The list that Jericho is lost? We gotta find that list. It's pretty much more over than Owens with the belt right now, and more Seth Rollins going after Triple H and Stephanie. It looks like, and he's going after Owens, but it's like the title just took a back seat. Like no one has now cared about the title. We are now caring about a list. The list is now the most over thing on this show. That and Jericho. As Stephanie told Rollins in the back, where's the list? And he says, I don't have the list, but he's going to stop the McMahons from doing what they're doing and stuff. Enzo and Cass came out and did their thing until Gallows and Anderson came out, cut off their mics and stuff. Enough of this nonsense. But since Enzo and Cass were so over, they did their thing, and everybody sat soft, and they pretty much destroyed Carl Anderson. As once again, Carl Anderson losing again, second week in a row. That guy just eats pins forever, it looks like. First he gets squashed by Big Cass. This time Big Cass helps Enzo, even though they're having a tag match this Sunday, so what's the point? You give them the win anyways. Gallows and Anderson, the club's just not over. They were probably just came in just so they can put over AJ Styles. But come on, I thought they would have even beat the New Day for the titles, but you see that didn't happen. You look at how horrible this thing is going at this point, so it's just not good. Just this feud's going nowhere. I don't even know why it's a tag match this Sunday. Rusev cut a promo. How he's like to crush Reigns, as both him and Reigns did backstage promos in the dark, which they should have done that a long time ago to hype this feud up, other than Roman Reigns beating the crap out of Rusev every single week, pretty much. And so it didn't make sense for that. The New Day came out, which here's another thing that doesn't make sense. They went against Sheamus and Cesaro, even though they're going against them this Sunday for the tag team titles. Why? I do not know. And Sheamus and Cesaro won. They might as well put the titles on the line tonight. They were going to beat New Day. But we're still doing the match this Sunday unless they switch it up and have Xavier and Kofi, or Xavier and a Big E. But I doubt that's going to happen. So I don't know why. I don't know why they did this match tonight if they're going to do it Sunday. So it really made no type of sense for them to go against each other if the titles on the line is Sunday. As the list continued for the search, Jericho pretty much went in the back and he saw Shawnee saw trying to give him a trip to the Dominican. He said, I don't like the Dominican. Titus tried to tell him, I don't know what the list is. He's this nice scarf. Oh, it's Titus brand. It's dummy brand. Eli Drake. Dummy brand. And Jinder Mahal pretty much said like some type of breathing thing to inner peace, and he says, "Stupid idiot, stupid idiot." So to continue, what the list was on. Let's get to another horrible segment of the night, the arm wrestling segment between Dana Brooke and Bayley after that botched win last week. This time we do an arm wrestling match, and this thing was so bad the fans chanted, "This is boring." You know, everybody chanted, "Boring, this is stupid, and we want wrestling." And my God, this is just a horrible segment that went down. And she tried to go at Bayley, but Bayley threw her out the ring since her shoulder was hurt or whatever. So why did they do this thing? This makes you miss Emma, and why they even broke them up in the beginning with where Emma got hurt. They moved away from Charlotte, which is still not working for her. It's just like getting worse week by week with Dana Brooke. It's botch-tastic. And that if the fans turn on that, you're not having a wrestling. This is a wrestling show, and they're chanting, "We want wrestling," having an arm wrestling contest. What was the point of that segment? Dana Brooke's just not over. Even Bayley couldn't get this over. Horrible segment. Another problem, I guess, Curtis Axel in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota, as he talks about his, he carries the legacy of his grandfather, Larry the X Hennig, and his father, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, which I don't know why security or whatever, they took away fans' signs as people chanting "Skull," Axel Skull, and they took his signs away out there people had. Like, what, you mad because he actually got over in his hometown? It makes no sense. And then Bo Dallas pretty much beat Curtis Axel with a roll-up. So, I don't know where this is going to go. And Curtis Axel was over. I wish they'd give this guy like they did back then, but it's just not working for him, really, for Curtis Axel. And like, he's just nowhere when you look at it. And, they actually got a good reaction last night. Shining Stars going to get the Golden Truth. Mark Henry and Titus are out there. Titus got him involved. Henry took him out, and Golden Truth won, which I don't know what Mark Henry's doing at this point. I missed 2011 Mark Henry, even the 2013 promo he cut on Cena. But this is horrible. Okay, I don't know what they did with Mark Henry. I miss Hall of Fame Mark Henry when he was a dominant force. Now he's a running joke. This guy was the world champion before, and unfortunately he's this now. Mick Foley was up with a contract signing with Sasha Banks and Charlotte, which pretty much 2 weeks ago he went on to saying that it's a reward and they deserve it. Now you're in wait to the last week of the show to now say that this is gonna hurt your career. You guys are doomed. This will scar you for life. You understand how serious this is. I can't walk nowadays with having to meet in that Hell in a Cell. How barbaric it is and how it haunts your dreams, hurts your careers and stuff. You'll cry like children and stuff and crawl into a hole, which he had to come out and cut Cactus Jack promos tonight, it looked like. And talk about Charlotte and Sasha, about how Charlotte, the daughter of Ric Flair and stuff, her father taught, and that, Sasha, she now carries the legacy of Eddie Guerrero, as he says now. But some people think Foley has become a corporate shill, because before, like 2 years ago, how he would despise the product and go in the back of his TV, go outside his TV and hit with a baseball bat. Some people think he's a corporate shill because they gave him that show on the network with his daughter, so some people think he's a sellout. But they waited too long for this. Mick Foley got a great promo out there, pretty much. And Sasha pretty much said she was going to win the title this Sunday and stuff, and Charlotte says, I'm going to get hurt, as Charlotte pretty much grabbed it up and says, told Sasha, I'll see you in Boston, and Charlotte signed and says, I'll see you in hell. So, the only thing that's really great was the Mick Foley, whatever, Cactus Jack promo out there tonight. T.A. Perkins was on commentary as Kendrick went against Rich Swann. Swan won, finally. I feel like I see him every week on this show. Which, I don't know, the cruiserweights just aren't going anywhere when you look at it. It just looks like they've gone nowhere ever since they've debuted. And, I don't know, T.J. Perkins is not good on the mic since they went in the back and now have to have Kendrick, have Perkins say, I need you to lay down for me. I get that, he's at the edge of his career, he's 37, but why are you telling him to lay down for you for? I don't know why. Jericho looks for the list again, and he saw Braun Strowman with it. He says, why isn't Sami Zayn on here? He says, yeah, the list back, please. He says, Sami Zayn's right here on the list. He's right here. You gotta read it. This stupid idiot. As Braun Strowman came out to, I guess, go with Sami Zayn, and he says, I'm not doing this. I demand real competition, and he's gonna make the man Foley do something about it. And Sami Zayn really slapped him in the face and went after Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman caught him and took him out then, and Sami got back up pretty much. Which I don't know why they're doing this feud for with these two anyways, but we'll see how this goes, if it can get over, really. Because I feel like Sami Zayn's going to get squashed by Braun Strowman. I feel like they have nothing for him. And Kendrick, and let's just say one more thing about the Kendrick in the Perkins feud. Why did Kendrick take off his tape and everything if he didn't even wrestle? Not Kendrick. Why did Perkins take off his tape if he didn't take off, wrestle the night? So why was he even in gear if he never even wrestled? Makes no sense. Here's another horrible segment of the night. The Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman thing, which I've heard now Vince McMahon is very pissed at both of them. Because here's the thing that doesn't make sense. He's mad because the people booed at Goldberg and the people cheered at Lesnar. But what do you think, idiot? The people, you're in his hometown. You're in Minnesota. You're in where Brock Lesnar is from. You think people are not going to cheer for him? And Paul Heyman did what he did to try to get the fans to turn against them, and saying that it's one of these superhero and stuff, and it's Humpty Dumpty, and that fans pretty much went and chanted Suplex C, and then there were Goldberg chants, and Heyman said, we got a smart Goldberg fan right here. So this is all your fault, Bill Goldberg, and Paul Heyman was just stuttering out there, didn't know what to do, really. But the fans pretty much wanted to chant Suplex City, and Goldberg sucks, And all Brock Lesnar did pretty much, once again, which I don't know why they have him advertised almost every other time, he just stands there, smirks, and look intimidating. That's it. Unless he's actually going to do something. But sometimes you wonder, how much do they pay this guy just to show up and just stand there while Paul talks, and just stand there, look intimidating, hop around a little, and that's it. And they said Vince was pissed, and that's why he hit the music early. It was just a bad segment. The promo wasn't that good. Paul did what he could, but it just wasn't working. You can't do the split chant thing. Didn't work. People just were with Brock Lesnar, and it may turn bad for Survivor Series too, since in Toronto and they already announced that match because of how bad that promo was. Since now you're in Toronto, Brock Lesnar lives in Toronto. And people are not going to like Goldberg over there because he ended Bret Hart's career. And I'm sure they hate him. So just a bad segment. Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho versus Seth Rollins, which pretty much was a handicap match against Seth Rollins. But it was a good match with pretty much Seth Rollins getting pinned doing a double pin on him after dodging a suplex off the top rope. After that, Jericho Owens attacked him from behind. But as Jericho left, pretty much Rollins came back up and attacked Owens. They battled each other, security and refs tried to hold them off, which ended in Owens doing a power bomb on Seth on the apron then. So, I don't know what's going to go with this. Like I said, the title's not over in this thing. To be honest, I think people are more interested in what Chris Jericho was going to do this Sunday with this helmet. So, he should have been in this match, really. So I'm sure he's going to interfere, or do something, but I think people look at him as one of the main parts of the show. It's just a big thing, and as you know, with all 3 Hell in a Cell matches, all these things are just not over. I feel like the women are not up to that level of the Hell in a Cell, that it's supposed to be that big of a feud. It's supposed to be a blood feud, but is it really that big where it has to go to that? Owens and Rollins, which this thing is more about Jericho and the list, and looks like it's more over than these two. Why is this even a Hell in a Cell? Some say that Reigns and Rusev are, but it looks like, why are we continuing this feud anyways if Roman Reigns won the title already? I don't know what to say about Hell in a Cell. I feel like it's not going to be a good pay-per-view because the build-up has sucked for it. I don't know what to say about the women in there, unless one of them are going to bleed or do some type of crazy spot off the top rope. I don't even know what spot they'll be in when this Hell in a Cell match happens this Sunday, but I don't know, there will be live reactions, but this show tonight, man, my God, this is just bad. Some people use Walking Dead references saying that Negan should have came out there and beat them all with a baseball bat, especially in the creative team back there because of the idiotic stuff they came up with. The arm wrestling match, He failed attempt of getting people to turn on Brock Lesnar in his own hometown, which they tried that before when The Undertaker was there and kicked him in the balls. Who do you think they're going to cheer for, and who do you think they're going to boo at? Some people thought Taker turned heel that night. They were kicking the crap out of Brock Lesnar all over the place, in the nuts, and taking him out. So, what are you going to do now with that? Really, what do you expect them to do now with that? It's like they don't think before this stuff happens, and the list is just so over. It's pretty much Chris Jericho in this list has been pretty much the biggest over things on Raw right now. They're like pretty much the main things to watch. Everything's been pretty much trash. The club continues to look like morons getting beat by Cass really quick and then beat by Enzo, which Carl Anderson just keeps eating these pins like it's nothing most of the time. Just pin. He just gets pinned all the time. Foley in his character, Jack promo was the only thing that was good to get this thing over, but once again, it's too late for a lot of these things. It's like they wait to the last minute. The cruiserweights are not in a good position. They're like they were in the CWC. Keep putting them at the top of that third hour, though, and when the fans are pretty much drained at that point, and no one doesn't care anymore, and I see why people find it hard to focus on Raw, and the ratings keep going down. And, you know, watch out Brock Lesnar do something. It's funny how they promote it. They think ratings are going to go up if he's just going to, like I said, if he's going to stand there and just do his little thing, unless he's not attacking anybody or something. Most times just stand in the back, Paul talks, and then they leave. And this one was not a good one tonight. But, once again, I'm sure SmackDown will be better when I get into that review. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.